Sam, a goalless draw here at Chester this evening. What's your overall assessment of the game?
I think the scoreline pretty much says it all, really. I mean, in large parts, I was happy with us. I thought we controlled possession of the football. I thought at times we moved it well. We got into good areas, and we lacked that bit of end product in the final third. But I said to the lads before the game, everybody's got a motivation to play in these games and use that motivation to perform, which they did that. They did everything I asked of them. I thought our organisation was good. I thought for large periods we looked solid, barring one or two saves that Matt Gilks had to make. And like I said, we probably just lacked a bit of quality in the final third, bit of decision making.
What did you make of the challenge that Chester posed this evening?
I think at the end of the day, when you come to places like this, you should know what to expect. But for the younger lads, they probably don't, which is why it's my job and the senior pros jobs when they do play in these games to let them know. And we did. I thought, like I said, for large spells, I thought we competed really well. And I thought overall we're probably the better side. Coming to places like this, you're going to get men, you're going to get seasoned pros, whether they've filtered down the leagues or whether they've been at this level a long time. And I thought Chester posed a real threat tonight, especially on the counter-attack, which in the first half we nearly got caught once with, but for it in the post.
And of course, important minutes in the legs for the senior players that were involved tonight.
Yeah, and that's what this team's been set up for. This reserve league that obviously this was a friendly, but this reserve league that we've entered, it's for different reasons. You know, the first team lads will get minutes, whether that's coming back from injury or whether that's them trying to push themselves into the manager's plans for the first team games. And it's also to filter down our playing identity, our playing style to the young lads who are coming up from the youth team. And I thought they gave a good account of themselves tonight. I wanted to get them all on the pitch. I thought that was important, especially in a friendly. It's a big thing for them coming up from the youth team. It is a massive difference, even coming up to reserve team football, because at the end of the day you're playing against men. And I thought Chester were decent tonight.
From your perspective tonight, great to be in the dugout to take charge of many of those players tonight who you will be with in the reserves for most of the season.
Yeah, I mean, well, they might not want to be in the reserves with me for most of the season. They might want to be in the first team.
Yeah.
Or did you mean the first team?
No, just that obviously it was a younger team, wasn't it? So you'd expect a lot of the younger players to feature.
I would expect a lot of them to be in the reserves for a lot of the season. Obviously, the senior pros that we had playing, or the ones who were closer to the first team, they'll want to be in the manager's plans, for first team football. But I think it's important now that, obviously with the last reserve game at Chorley, me and the manager were in the dugout. But I think it is important that they get that relationship with me, because I'm the one who's going to be taking the games. I think moving forward, we want to win. We want to win, but it's also about developing the young lads who are coming up from the youth team, because I think we will have a lot more youth team lads with us in the reserve league for one reason or another.
Good experience, like you say, for the young lads tonight, because they've come up against types of players that they've probably not come up against many times before.
They're coming up against men. They're coming up against men, and that's the difference. Like I said previously, whether they're seasoned pros or players who've been at this level a long time or filtered down, it's a lot tougher, it's more physical, it's more intense. And having this reserve team can only help them for taking that next step in future if the manager and Pete and myself deem them good enough in a year or two or whenever it may be to take that next step. But this is important for them to bridge that gap. And obviously I've had Mark and Dave with me tonight from the youth team, and they know what the manager and myself and Pete want, and our playing style and philosophy and identity, we're starting to filter that down now through the youth system.
Collectively though, it's going to be an exciting and a focused training ground, should I say, with the MK Dons game on the horizon. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, we'll all be in tomorrow. The lads the first team lads who've played tonight, they'll not do too much tomorrow. The focus has been on MK Dons since Tuesday. We assessed the Blackburn game on Monday. Focus shifted on Tuesday to MK Dons, and everything will be done in preparation for them at the weekend now.